Good morning, you beautiful people, and welcome to Voyage of Despair 101. In this episode, I'm going to be going over the map layout as well as all the perk locations, wall weapon locations, and box locations. The map layout of Voyage of Despair can be very difficult to understand. However, the trick that I use to think about Voyage of Despair is to take a typical Treyarch 3-lane map where you have left, right, middle, and flip that on its side. So instead of left, right, middle, you have top, middle, bottom. And because Voyage of Despair is laid out so weird, I'm going to be doing this map layout from top to bottom. And I think that is the best way of doing it. So I've opened up everything here. We have a quick teleport location here to the poop deck, which is all the way on the other side. If we come down here, we have the Strife starting pistol on the wall right there. If we go down here, which we will get to, but this is the bottom layer. This is the bottom layer after you opened up power. That is a little drop down, which you can go down there to, but we'll get there. We have the Danoi Statue right here. We have a doorway, which leads to the kind of bottom level of this middle section here, so we'll avoid that for now. This is the Essex Model 07 here on the wall, and we have a couple different staircases that go up to the top. Now, the top up here is really interesting. These are just rooms down here. It's mirrored on the other side. This is the top layer. There's nothing too much in here, just a top layer. Really cool Titanic boat right here. We have the escargot right there, and then we have this side. Like I said, it's a mirror image. Now, the best way to think about these complicated rooms in here is to think about it as one big room. Yes, there's tons of little walls in here, tons of little places, part locations, and all that good stuff in here, but think about this as one gigantic room. It's one big circle in the middle with rooms on either end, just over here in the middle and right there. Shouldn't be all that too confusing. So we have the RK7 on the wall right there. We can go left or right, same thing, mirrored right here, and this is the top of the Titanic, top of the ship. This is the A deck, despite what that says. This is the Spitfire on the wall, and we have a grand central staircase, which really does connect the entire map together. We'll get back to that. That's how we get from one room to, or one level to the next. But we can go either through the left or we can go through the right here. Like I said, it's basically mirrored. We come up through here, we look around, we can see a mystery box location right there, and just like that, that's on the left side. If we continue on this way, we have the auger on the wall right there. We can continue on this left side with a staircase going down to that second section, or that second level, so we have a way of going down. Same exact thing on this side. We can come to this little right area. We have a little quick travel, use fast travel to the engine room. We again can go to the left side over here, and we have a vapor on the wall right here. We can go all the way up through here. This is as far as the left side will take you on this top section, but you'll notice, oh, and we have the GKS on the wall right there. But if we come on this right section, we actually have a little drop down to this middle section right there, but we'll get to that later. This is, again, that drop down that I talked about. This is that staircase where we just were at. This is the top level, and this is another staircase that we can use to get to the bottom section, bottom levels. However, we're sticking to the top here. If we stick to the top, go all the way over here, this is where the poop deck is. This is the biggest area of Voyage of Despair right here. We have a couple different pathways that we can come from, that we will come from. We have a box location right here. Again, this is all mirrored. We have the same staircase on the other side. And on this other side, we have a buildable table right here. And voila, we have another place kind of mirroring the front. We can go down that section. We'll get to that later. We have a pack punch location right here. This is a really good training spot right here. We have the KN57 on the wall right there. And if we come on up here, we have a fast travel way that goes all the way back to the forecastle, which we will actually use because we don't have enough points. If you come up here, there's a fast travel, which we will actually use to go to the forecastle. Now, you'll notice you can drop down on a couple different locations when you use these. It'll bring you over, you can drop down there, and if you go the opposite way, you can drop down somewhere else as well. Really, really useful for getting across the map really quickly, as you just saw. So, after that, we're going to go towards the second section. During the second section up here, if we go on up here, we go kind of where we were before, up on here. We'll go through this top section because there's only two sections that really you spawn from. This is the very top, and the way you actually get down through the map is going to be going down the staircase. So we have a box location here on the A deck, and again, really, really good staircase to go from one level to the next. This section it's going to be the right section. So if you think top right. If you're looking at the ship from this, the top section is going to be the right section as well, because once you're in this little top section, you can only go to the right here. So if we go to the right, we have a couple different areas. This is again one big open area. We have the M1897 on the wall right there. We have this area, which actually connects back. If we go back over here, this is one big area. That's where we came from right there. As you see, that's where the zombies are coming from. Into this area, we have a Bowie knife on the wall right here. This is all one big linear area. This is not interconnected in any way. This is a mixture box. We can go here. We have a perk location right here. And that's basically it. Like I said, big room, but it's linear. This is our only exit. Our only exit is right here. We go up through here, and you'll notice that this top section that we just went through, the top layer or the middle layer, actually connects to the top section. There's no other way you can go. There's just this one lane, this one linear lane right here. Like I said, think about a linear map, very horizontal, but it is connected vertically. Very interesting, very interesting. Again, connects to the poop deck. So we're going to continue on. Let's meet you back there at the spawn again. Alright, so now that we've covered the top section and that top middle section, we are going to go down to the bottom section, this bottom area down here. Again, this is kind of like this top section up here. Think about this as one room, two entrances. It's a big H, it's a big circle. We got the 9mm right here. We can continue on this way, we can continue on that way. Again, just one big circle, not that much to freak out about. Right here, one big circle, rooms on the left, rooms in the middle, rooms on the right. Right here we have the Mog on the wall right there. We can continue on. Again, this is the only way you can go. It's just a linear place. We have a fast travel all the way back here. This is to provisions. It's going to be on the other side of the map. We can actually go through here. This is one big circle, just rooms for the sake of rooms, trying to confuse you. Don't be confused. Right here we have the Grand Central Staircase again. We have a box location on the wall, and you'll notice there's no way to progress through the ship this way. You actually have to go down. Or you have to go up. There's a swordfish on the wall here. But remember how in the top section you had to go down in order to progress? Right here's the same way. You go down and you have to go up to progress. But also down here, it's worth mentioning, there's a Pack-a-Punch location. And that's the bottommost section of the center area. So that center area, that's as low as you can go right there. We have the swordfish on the wall right there. We have a really wide open spot, also really good for training right here. If we continue on, this is one big open area. There's nothing too much in here other than I think there's a box location over here. Right there, there's a box location. There's a perk location right here. There's an MR6. No, not an MR6. What is this? An MX9 on the wall right here. If we go on to this other side, we have a Bowie knife on the wall right here. This big open area, once again, just a big open room. Big open room right here. Nothing else too much in here, but you'll notice this is our staircase. This is how we get up. There's no other way to progress. It is up here now. This will be locked off, but you can use this to go to the top section. And voila, we're here at the top section where we can progress further. However, this is the way we can go from the start. Again, this is a little entranceway like we saw before to get to the top section right there. Very nice. But if we continue on down here, we have another GKS on the wall right there. Continue on this one linear route. This is the only way you can go when you first open up the map. Go all the way through here and voila, you are on the poop deck. Right here, just like we said before. So there's 3 different routes, top, middle, bottom. That was it. 3 lanes, 3 different ways you can get from one side of the map to the other. However, there are a couple more things that we need to traverse and explain to you. But luckily, these are pretty easy. Alright, starting back here, I said this was a drop-down area. We've got the 3 lanes, but there's also 2 of these little pockets, both here on the forecastle as well as the poop deck. This is a drop-down that I'll show you about later. This is the way you go down the staircase here. We have a Viper on the wall right there, a Vapor on the wall right there, another staircase right here, and we have a big open room. And right here is actually the drop-down that we just saw. So you drop down here, we have a mystery box location right there, and this is one big circle into this area, the cargo hold. We have a fast travel location, which is going to be right here, and it can go to the boiler room, which we will get to later. That's the next section that we got to go to. And over here, it's just one big open room, lots of debris in here, but don't be confused. It's just one big open room. We have the Titan on the wall right there, as well as another Pack-a-Punch location right here. And that's basically it. One big circle, one big little pit that you can fall down here from this spawn location. This doesn't connect anywhere. The only place this goes to is that spawn location. Like I said, one big circle down here, one big room, little linear pathway up here, and we're still in the spawn room. Shouldn't be that confusing. As I mentioned before, here on the poop deck, there is another way we can go down. This is a little bit more confusing, but it's all pretty linear. You've got all these different entrances that we can come on down here. On the wall, we have a Maddox right here. Once again, the best way to think about this is one big circle. This is a drop-down area, which I'll show you about, but this is one big circle. You can choose this pathway, we can choose this pathway. It's all the same. We go down this staircase, and then we can come onto this floor, this little section. This is as far back as this goes. You can only progress this way now. Again, this is the only place you can go is down this staircase. And if you come on down here, this is one big circle down here. If we keep on going, this is the drop down, where you'll drop down as we saw from above. We come on down this way, like I said, one big circle. We have the ICR on the wall right here, and here's the freezer again. And here again is our staircase that we use to get down here. One big circle right here. If we move on down this way, we have some really cool audio effects you can hear in there. And this is one big room, Really important thing to note though, this is the other crafting table right here. That's the other crafting table. This is just one big room full of catwalks. It'll have water, same with the cargo hold, but you can actually drain the water. That will be a 101 video in the future. We have the Odin statue right here. This is one big circle, as you can really plainly see right here. There are two rooms here. You can actually come on the top of this room. This is a quick teleport system to the boat deck. And if we come on down here, there's another teleport system. Lots of teleports around here. Very, very good. We have a box location down here. We have a grand staircase teleport system. Again, we can come on up here to that second floor. Like I just said, I just showed you one big circle. This is one big circle down here. We have the Koshka sniper rifle down here. And we're on the second story, or the second floor down, bottom floor. Lots of catwalks, lots of pretty self-explanatory passageways to go. There's really not much to get confused by in here. You can go up, you can go down in here. This is a drop down, which I like to use because this is our final Pack-a-Punch location. Come down here. This is one big room, just a big circle. We have another teleport system here, which will teleport you to the cargo hold, which is where we just were. And that is basically the entire map. There's this big passageway down here. There's this big area down here, but again, kind of like that spawn room, kind of like that cargo hold room, this only connects to one place. This does not connect you to any other place in the map other than the poop deck. This only goes up to the poop deck. If we use these stairs here, we go all the way back up using these stairs here, we can see that we come on up here, and this is where we were at. This does not connect to any place. You can use the quick travel systems, but this is the only kind of connecting kind of finger to this whole entire map. So hopefully that was a good enough explanation. There are three basic routes, top, middle, and bottom, and then there are a couple different pockets there at the start of the ship and at the end of the ship that you can go into. It's pretty simple. There's really a lot of linear pathways disguised as various rooms and twists and turns, but once you understand the map layout, Voyage of Despair easily becomes a very simple and fun map to play. Hopefully this guide was easy enough to understand. Hopefully I explained myself well and I explained the map layout well. If I did, if this guide was useful, please leave a like on the video to let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next absolutely beautiful zombies morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.